go in.
So I've got a strike point here, perfectly in the middle of the blade. Welcome to the kingdom. I'm here with Grant Horvat. Got the pleasure of watching him hit some awesome pitch shots today. Right now we're going to go through the MG4 4 in a 60 and the high toe 4, the brand new wedge from TaylorMade. Grant's liking this one. We're going to talk about why. We're also going to look at which player might play which wedge. This comes with a raw face, as they both do now. Reveal the spin treads. I'm going to let you rub your finger down there. I know you like to do that.
Yep.
You can have the first hit, because that is your favorite part, right, with that raw face.
Oh, it never gets old. But what's interesting for me is I currently play this 60, and I've been hitting that 60 today, the new high toe, and just kind of comparing them. So this is a really good comparison right now, just feeling the turf interaction with the bounce and how the clubs are a little bit different. So hopefully after this we can find, you know, a wedge that I like better. So hit it to that first target there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. That first feeling, I know what you mean. That's
that
fantastic,
just does not get old. I just got to do it again just to like make sure that was real. That felt really good. Oh, it's going to spin too.
So the spin treads on both these wedges now remove any moisture that might get caught between the golf ball and the grooves. Obviously the raw faces, you put them down next to each other. What do you notice as a player from the head design, and what attracts you to one versus the other?
So I think the high toe is going to look a little bit more forgiving with the grooves going all the way up here. It feels like if you were to go under a shot, you could still get away with it. This one just feels, you know, you got to hit this one a little bit better. Feels like there's just a lot more to work with on the high toe versus this wedge.
Yep. When you played this club before earlier for us off camera, you noticed that the launch was coming out in a window that you liked.
Yep.
That's as a result of the high toe and having the mass out there in the toe, that raised up piece.
Right. I really like this one was coming out a little lower. Let's see if it does. It was coming out a little bit lower than the MG4. Just pulled that. A lot of spin on that though. Let's hit another here.
Yeah, the turn was great there. That could be adjusting to the lie angle, by the way.
Oh, that's fair. Gotta aim a little more right. Yep, there we go. Now we're aimed good. That felt really good. Once again, just a hair pulled there, but contact was really good. Came out really low, and like, it's just a lower ball flight, I think, than that.
So we've
MG4.
worked you into the ATS on the camber here and the high toe.
Mm-hmm.
But it probably gives you, as you're playful with it, a few different options, right? If you lower the handle, you can use the full face grooves that you have. But if a player out there maybe wants a more traditional look, then obviously MG4 4 might be where they go.
Yeah, I mean, so I currently play the MG4 and I love it. But I think for me, now it's coming down to the bounce and the grinds and all those little details. And yeah, this one, it feels different when it interacts with the turf versus the MG4.
So let's get into the bunker. Okay. And we've got the standard bounce 60 here, which also has a similar four-way camber to what you're using. And let's have a look at how they go through the bunker and what that gives you with the strike.
Let's do it.
All right, let's take a look into the bunker.
Okay.
As you look at these two wedges, with that high toe 4 now, playing one with the full face grooves, this is where you're really going to get the confidence that you spoke about as you whip across the ball.
Let's try it. Okay, let's try and hit one here. High toe to the blue pin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other thing you'll notice is the different finishes, right? You've got more of a coppery finish on that versus this one is obviously brand new, but will give you the raw face and then a slightly different color.
Right. Okay, let's try and hit one here. It's my favorite shot. Oh, caught it a little thin, but now it's gonna spin.
It's gonna properly spin.
That was unintentional spin there.
Properly spin.
Wow, okay.
Now, something we did earlier, which is in the new Hito 4 offering, and you can check out this video as well. It was the first look that we went through, and we got a masterclass from Grant when it came to bunker shots, chip shots, and mid-range pitch shots. And we went through all the bounce options available now on the Hito 4. So be sure to check that out. He's using the standard camber here. He's gonna hit us another trap shot where we can see how that camber and that bounce is used.
I didn't use it too much there.
You didn't, but we're gonna give you another shot at this.
Go in. Oh.
Redeemed yourself pretty well.
That took, man, I don't even, see, that's crazy. The amount of sand that I was able to take there.
Hold up that to the camera and you can really see if we look at the face. So I've got a strike point here perfectly in the middle of the blade. Now remember with the high toe, we talk about the weight up here that helps that golf ball do what it needs. But also if I'm looking at this, like he's just talking there about how he dug, the moisture in the sand comes almost up to the third or fourth groove, but this is what's so impressive, and this is why we went into this bounce. Again, you can see the moisture line in the middle of the sole. So now let's go for the mill grind.
Okay.
4. Take a look at that as a comparison, but it's not as big, is it? And this
It's
is
what I'm
you
used
spoke
to.
about.
This is what I'm used to looking at.
Okay.
It's not as big of a face. Let's see how it reacts.
Nice sound.
Yeah, that was a really good sound there.
Great golf shot.
Yep.
Just nestled a foot away. That's nice.
Nestled. Gosh, I love that word, Trottie. It's a good one. All right. Let's try. Let's nestle one down there again.
Lovely.
Oh, come on.
Hit pitch mark.
One time.
Good shot. But you
Yeah,
can
those-
see here how you have confidence in that wedge that you went straight for.
Yeah.
Looking at the two from a player's point of view, what would you touch on and what would be your features that someone might choose per wedge on, each wedge on?
So I feel like for this one, like we talked about, you're gonna have more face to work with. You might get away with some mishits. For me, I like looking at my MG4 that I currently have when I'm over like a, you know, I have an 85-yard shot. I like looking down at the traditional wedge personally, but I feel like around the greens, this could be deadly. So it's like it's hard to determine which one is the better one. I personally just like my MG4.
Yeah. But I think it's fair, we've talked about it, you're going to test this one out a little bit.
I am. I'm going to try it around the greens.
Because the lower launch as well on that 40-yard pitch that we started with is something that's kind of your liking.
Right. And I feel like, yeah, that's the one that's the give and take. It's like with this high toe, the 40-yard pitch shots felt a lot better. So now I'm like caught in between. I'm going to have to do some testing. And I love testing clubs, so.
And that is the absolute privilege of getting to work with someone like Grant and some great players. Look at how creative they are with testing ball positions, shaft leans, bounces. When you get guys like this working on wedges, they're embracing everything that's out there. I suggest that you guys watching this do the same. Check them out. Work your shots in 2 or 3 different areas before you make any choices. Of course, you can get fit for these golf clubs and learn more about them at TaylorMadeGolf.com.